Hey, what up? What up? All right, so I'm trying to sort this Wanda and Katt thing out. I need some help. I need some help trying to sort this out. Everybody see the video? Did everybody see that video? I just watched it again before I do the commentary. Because last night at the show, Wanda's husband was there, her sons were there, and her husband pulls a gun out on Katt. We was cracking jokes. I just watched the video again. She laughed and was smiling all the way through. I need to know when he pulled the gun out, what was he about to do with a gun? All the staff and the comics that were there, they looking at this joint like, that's where we at, yo. Dudes is pulling out guns. I don't understand. I just watched the joint again. And if you on radio, man, and you interviewing somebody and it gets to a roasting session, you either got some guns to do roasting or you don't. If you don't, you just bow out, let them get their shots. But she kept going in. And I'm trying to figure out what was said in the video. I don't see nothing in the video that make you say, I'm coming with my sons and my husband on Saturday, and he got a gun on him. And he gonna pull that thing out. What's up, D? He gonna pull the thing out. I'm looking at how do you do that, because what happens next? That's all I gotta think about. When you pull that out, what happens next? Do you have full control over what happens next when you do that? If it became somebody back and forth going, what's next? That's what I'm stuck on. Because all I remember was on Friday, there was a roasting session. The roasting session didn't go good on one end. Saturday, Katt shows up to support his friend, Red Grant, in a way that he always does as far as supporting us. I've seen Katt come out to Joe's bar on Gresham Road because I said, I'm going to work out. Bam, he pulls up. Comes in, buys drinks for people, you know, show the whole room love. And it's just, he don't come to a place like this with the idea of non-love. Shit, had he made it into the building, the whole building might have got shots, because it happened Friday night. Friday night he came in there, bought shots for everybody. That's when Wanda ain't in the building. Right? What's up, mama? And this is on Friday after it done happened. Now, Wanda's night is on Saturday. Katt has already said he going to be through there. Red going to be there. Wanda going to be there. To me, that's selling tickets. You're selling tickets. If it was some personal, just I'm trying to shit on you attack, you ain't mentioning the club and where they going to be at. It was, to me, a good interview. Comedy went down, and that's where it should have stayed. But now your husband up here feeling some type of way immediately. And I need to know what Katt said that warranted you. What did he say on the air or at the club? What happened at the club that made you pull out a gun? Did you feel your life or your family's life was in jeopardy and you had to pull a gun out to protect them? What the fuck? I'm really blowed out by that, because even though I don't go up there a lot, shit, I just worked there the end of July, and it's the only club for the past couple years that I work every year in Atlanta. So what if some shit pops off and you get to shooting in the parking lot? Because, again, yes, he did, on Katt. So I'm trying to figure out what makes you so angry that guns is what your answer is going to be. I'm just bothered by the club, because you know what happens in Atlanta when motherfucking bangs and shit start happening. They end up closing the club type of shit, man. They end up closing the club. So you might have caused, with something you couldn't control when the gun comes out, the people who are working there, the staff, the other people booked to come and work there in the weeks to come. Because what happens if the club got to close because of that shit? It's crazy, man. Like that whole fucking thing, yo. And I'm riding on Katt for the purpose. I've been watching this brother. Y'all know, news had his name in it every other day, a couple years back. And the brother done shifted, and pushed things in a place where the end result is an Emmy. The end result is a special on Netflix. It's a gang of shit like that, you know. That's positive. And he's on that, but he just won an Emmy. How y'all had a whole interview and didn't mention that shit? You could have pivoted to that at any moment. If you wanted it to be over. What could have happened was either Frank or Wanda could have said, well, you know what? It got hot up in here. We're going to bow out, let the Emmy winner get on with the rest of the day, or, you know, whatever. And I'm blowed by that, yo. I'm blowed by that. The brother sings R&B. I ain't never known that was in there, in him. I know Lamorris. I done seen him sing. Peaceful fucking guy, it appears to be. But like, we saying that you can't hold it in if your wife gets talked about by comics. Now, not for nothing, Wanda ain't always been easy on comics or guests. She got her times where she'll lay it on a motherfucker, right? So you would think maybe it was just like, all right, then had a faster gun today. He got me. And it'll stop there. But what the fuck? With the pulling the gun out. Man. Did somebody pull a gun out on you? And Katt is bigger than Lamorris. I mean, Lamorris is bigger than Katt, size-wise. So, I'm blowed by the whole shit. I'm blowed, yo. Because, man, come on. I've been on the road and seen way more shit where people do try the brother. I've seen it. I've seen people pull up and just try. Hey, man, if you watch that video footage, go back and watch that thing again. She's laughing all the way through up until the end. It didn't end like fiery and it wasn't that. The fuck, it was some going back and forth, some good old fashioned going back and forth, snapping on each other. You feel me? Snapping on each other. She was trying to talk about his clothes and talk about his hair and calling him girl and little mama, trying to emasculate him. Yo, she was taking some digs, talking about jail and are you okay, as if he's on something. Like, she was taking some digs to try to fucking fight off what was coming at her. But there are times when it was coming at you, you as a comic just know, yo, you got bested. It happens. Sometimes somebody else in the room funnier than you. You know? But damn. I'm just, my main question is, and if y'all could tell me, what has to be said for you in order for a gun to come out? What do you think? What's up, fam? And she's there, and her sons are there, and her husband's there. It's like, you know, I feel them if they feel like maybe we gonna go support her. I don't mind that. Shit, my mom, and if you the son, my mom might be on stage going back and forth with Katt Williams in a snap session. I'm gonna be there to support her. Okay. You know, let's find another reason why you could have been there. But shit, when a gun come out, it's hard to see the other reasons. Got away from where the gun was. I mean, they did talk about his kids. He talked about how he's been able to keep them from being in the public eye and, you know, dealt with, like, you want to protect your kids from that outside people being all in your business stuff, and he's done a good job of doing it. So when she brought up his kids and was asking about how you feed them and all, I was like, still at it again. The whole time I'm going, you ain't going to ask him about the Emmy win? Ask him about the Emmy win. You got a brand new Emmy winner, his first Emmy for a show called Atlanta. Yo, why you ain't bring that up? There's so many opportunities that I'm on the morning show, Kiss 104. And there's so many places I saw where you could have turned that ship towards the Emmys. You talking about Tiffany Haddish's success. Her most recent success is an Emmy. Guess what? The dude who has that opinion about him just also won an Emmy. It's crazy, man. You know, there's nothing that he didn't do shit. He showed up to support his friend, man. Red Grant been on so many tours with fucking Katt. I mean, shit, go back and look how much shit Red been in with Katt over the decades, man. Friendship. When I did my week at the same club, the last week of July, guess who showed up on Saturday with the Sprinter? Guess who showed love on the third show, came and introduced me on stage? Katt. So this ain't even like, you can't say he came up there for her. Nah, did that shit in July with Zoo. Guess who wasn't there on my Saturday, though? Wanda. So we had a great night. I don't know. I mean, me and Wanda ain't got no beef, but I ain't over throwing my arm like, yo, what up, nigga? Y'all the competition down the street at this point. She never pulled me close as like family in that way. Other than, I think V wanted to cut me when I was on radio, and she was like, nah, let's see what he gonna do first. So in that regard, but outside of that and after that, there is not, I wouldn't call it love. There's plenty of shows she did when I really needed a look, when I really needed a little lift. There's times I wanted to do some radio stuff where I needed somebody to give me a look. I'm not saying she had to, and she don't owe me shit. But I'm saying the dude who did do that is who you got your husband pulling guns out on. What in the fuck, man? Like, yo, what the fuck? We can't be that fucking sensitive over cracking jokes on each other that guns is the next shit. Man, write some jokes. Tampa was double lit. Oh, we enjoyed the shit out of Tampa. I forgot where we played golf at. You know, used to seeing Lamorris at Hank Stewart event. And I mean, performing for the eclectic audience. I don't know Lamorris, like his life and background. I know Wanda from Miami. You know, Wanda come up in the comedy game, don't take no shit. Give me $20. I ain't got it. So her, you know, she always had an edge on her. And I've only seen fucking what looked like a great good family, her and Lamorris, and they doing their shit together in the whole nine. But goddamn, bro, to the point of fucking jeopardizing all of the moving parts. Because what happens again after the gun come out? That's all. What happens after the gun come out? Let's say Katt got security, and you don't know who that is, and he pulls out his licensed firearm. What happens next? Oh, y'all get to shooting. Okay. What happens? Somebody gets shot at, hit. What happens? What happens? You mean you in your camp, hell, from the way you talked about Katt, you talk like you expected that shit to happen out of his camp. You kind of shade him like in the way like he is the trouble guy going to jail and stuff, and that maybe he got people with him who gonna come up here, pull out guns on us. Nah, niggas came up with love and loaded jokes. That was it. That was it. That's some fucked up shit, yo. It is, yo. And it ain't fully up and out in the social media yet. There was a handful of comics and employees who work there who, you know, they right there watching it too as we watching this shit evolve. I move out the way. I don't want to see none of these motherfuckers. Especially if we playing the gun talk. I ain't into the gun talk, my nigga. I ain't the gun type. I'm the type to talk you out your gun. Please. There's nobody that deserves what you got in your hand in here tonight. Nobody. Not even you. You don't even deserve to show yourself in this light. You've been... Because there's no place that this looks like a husband defending his wife. And you watch your wife talk about comics, talk about other people. Like you've seen her at work. I don't know what goes into the system that makes you go pull a gun out. Jeopardize the building. Anybody can make sense out of it? I'm just trying to think, maybe I might be too insulated to see maybe something was said in that interview that warrants we coming with the guns. And that's him and his gun. I don't even know what was the sons gonna do too. Was y'all gonna put the gun on him, hold him, do something? What was y'all gonna do? What was y'all gonna be doing? Did you think that the people that were with him was going to allow you to just do whatever you about to do? What was you going to do with a gun out over some jokes? Fuck, that looks terrible, bro. And he mentioned wilding out. He mentions wilding out while he's doing this. He said, did you forget? Did I join people? You forgot I was on wilding out? To me, that's trying to put a frame on it that says we are doing our thing, right? We doing the wilding out thing. This was after this was on Saturday night. It was last night. Long ass, weird fucking night after that because some fucking jokes, man. Talent in New York says it's just comedy. He would say that because when he first started doing that, like, you gotta let motherfuckers know these are just jokes. Don't get all into your feelings. It's just comedy. And that's when I watched that video, that's all I saw. I ain't see none of what she was trying to get at. I didn't see nobody look like a woman. I didn't see nobody who looked like they was dealing with prison and jail issues. I didn't see nobody for everything that she pushed. Are you all right? Are you all right? He looked fine. Seemed to be functioning fine, had been talking clearly. Didn't sound like slurred or high or slow or whatever your insinuation was. So all of the swings that you took, man, it was deep. That was deep ass fucking cuts you was trying to implement. And he ain't come back and cut you on, like he stayed where comics would be, who do this. Yeah, Lamar's pulled a gun on Katt, man. What the fuck, yo? And I don't, when I do a video, it's because I feel something. And I was trying to let that shit out my system. And I'm just sitting all day going, I can't see if I'm a Libra, I be trying to fucking find the other side of it so we could just look at it from both sides. Even more than just telling these jokes, they was selling tickets. This shit was hilarious. If you was driving and you cut on B103, you didn't turn from that motherfucker. And that's what we after. For 20 minutes, you was holding people and they was listening. Y'all would have normally had the comic on really quick and got them the fuck up out of there really quick and been on to the other shit. Now you got an Emmy winner in there and y'all are having a bar back and forth session. This is good for y'all. Damn, B103 getting a bunch of hits and shit. If I was Wanda, I would have come to the fucking comedy club and I'd have brought some fucking broccoli. It's right next door in the supermarket. I would have bought some to continue where the joke is. If there's a joke to be had, let it play. But if the shit really bothered you, and you're up there with this family, and your husband's gonna pull out a gun, which is fucking bad, man. I mean, fuck, man. And only luckily, nobody. I can't condone the fuck shit. And I can't sit by and watch niggas pull guns out on them and shit over some jokes, man. This ain't even about shit. And so now, that type of thing jeopardizes, or could possibly, if gone the wrong way, jeopardizes. What if he's trying to make Katt, and the first thing, Katt gets away from that shit. He's gone up out the building. He headed to his car, cutting through the fucking supermarket to get to the car, because fuck. What, stay around and scrap with the nigga? Stay around and try and get it in with the nigga? I'm gonna run in my car and come get this nigga. Did any of that happen? No, because that ain't the fucking page niggas is on. It's fucking crazy, my nigga. Like, this shit that I've watched motherfuckers strategize about, plan, plot, and empower and put game into. I don't watch him jump out the car and put game into cats that's just at the fucking gas station, sit and chop it up with them. It's like, come on, man. It's a fucking problem. It's just a problem, man. Hey, what the deal, yo? I know, but that's not going hard for your family, man. The gun comes out for your family when you feel like they are in physical danger from somebody, or immediate, imminent danger. Imminent meaning right now danger. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. The fuck. If you watch that video from top to bottom, you may disagree with some shit.
Guys, whoever's got in the gray Jeep, park in the front.
That's me. Roll with me. I'm on my Jeep. I'm at the hookah spot. I'm saying, like, that can't be how we give a response. Now, I know you're supposed to look out for your family, but there has to be some level of thick skin if your wife is a comic who normally takes shots at people. You know what I mean? Wanda is taking a shot at. So let me get back to this Willie Bo Biscuits. I'm gonna keep saying this is my main thing I'm asking. My main thing that I'm asking. When you pull the gun out, what were you about to do next? That's what's on my mind. That's what's on my mind, yo. Katt came to the show. He said he was coming. He was there with his friend of decades, supporting him, who's working on his new special. All this is in the interview. And at the end of this, over the course of Friday into Saturday, the public got hold of it. The public decided how they felt about it. Now, I personally think maybe that's what kept it going that long, because we talking about the next, not just the next day. This happened in the morning. So that means it went all morning into the next day, the next morning, all the way into that evening, that something was still hot going on. Only reason why I would think that would happen is because people are putting their judgment in it. And it's like with the internet, man, when something happens, as people get hold of it, they're finding out for the first time. And it's like it's happening over and over and over for the first time again, all weekend. If that was the case, if the family felt like at 4:30 that day on Saturday, this shit still got me pissy, I'll make a judgment call and say, hey, I'm not coming in tonight. You know why? Because my husband is pissed enough that he might bring the gun with him. If that's where you at, then you don't even fucking go. I tell people on Monday, hey, I know y'all was expecting me, but family felt some kind of way, and we just decided it'd be better we don't even go through there. Let them come and do their thing. Katt was getting his shots off, and maybe, it was a way to go. You on the radio, you could miss a night at a local club. You getting a good radio check. I see a bunch of ways it just could have went different, man. It could have went different. And it didn't have nothing to do with what did Katt have to do different? Not come? I'm a support my boy from out here in the parking lot. It's not a good look. Whatever you feel about Katt, you feel about Katt. And that's what I feel like she had on deck. I feel like her feelings about Katt just in general are what's at the surface. As a comic, when you start to go for ammunition, you go for things that have been on your mind more time than not. So more time than not, she might have looked at his hair and said this or that or the third on a different day, or anything about, our job is on the radio. She's been on the radio a long ass time since I was off. I left to go to LA in 97. So she's been there and off for a minute and then back. So how do you move on radio? I don't even go out no fucking more. Just to keep my radio thing in life pure. Right? There's times that, I don't know, I might not want a chance being